we did very basic of how you enter. The two holds were the head to access the upper chakras and the nervous system, and the 2 feet to access the lower body and also the lower chakras. And today I will show you some additional hand positions that you can use. You will also find lots of different suggestions in the manual. So there is also one teacher that created 7 Japanese hand positions that you can find in the manual. There is hand positions that more are on the meridians and the energy channels. And then there is also hand positions for certain causes. So I will show you some different ones. So one of the first things as well, after you scan the body, especially for people that are a lot in their head, this could be a really great one to bring them into their body. To balance the head and the heart, you can place one hand on the forehead and one hand on the heart, with the intention to balance the head and the heart. I will not do a whole healing, I'll just show the hand positions. If there, for example, is an emotional release, and again, I'm not saying anything against emotion, it's great, but if you feel it is overwhelming your client and you want to calm them down, a beautiful way to do that is to place one hand on the sacral, which is the throne of the emotions, and one hand on the heart. And again, to bring balance. If you feel that somebody experiences a lot of stress in their life, if you feel they're like very, not ungrounded, but stressed, you would place both of your hands just below the rib cage. That's where the adrenals are, and the adrenals, they hold a lot of stress. So this is a beautiful way, and here also you're addressing the digestive system, the stomach. So very often when we don't digest life, we also don't digest. So it stays stuck here. So in this area, I actually like often to touch the physical body, and when you do that, you very fast will feel a reaction. Because this is where the energy moves so fast, very often you actually notice that it's either energetically or actually physically feel that a lot is going on there. And for example, if you want to address the root chakra, and you cannot, physically touch, that would be inappropriate, you can place both of your hands either on the knees, the legs, or the hips. Something that I like to do is a process that I will show you now to balance the whole body. I often like to start from the top to balance the head and the heart. And then I might go to the heart, to the solar plexus, and then to the hips. A lot of women hold so much in their hips. So I will place both of my hands on each hip bone. When you work with joints, you can also let energy run through. So you can do this with any joint. You can use it with the knee and the hip. You can use it with the shoulder and the wrist. You can do it with the ankle and the knee. You can let the energy run from one joint to the other. And at the hips, you can let the energy run between the hips. How does that feel for you? And when I feel that there was an opening or an activation in the first or the second chakra, then I can let the energy move as well. Then I can place one hand on the hip and one hand on the knee after we opened here to let the energy circulate further down. So I would connect my left hand with my right hand until I feel, oh, there is an energetic connection. You can actually feel that the energy runs through. And And then you can work yourself upwards from your knee towards the lower belly. And when you feel the connection from the knee to the lower belly, if there's like an energetic cord, you can let the energy go further up towards the solar plexus, further up to the heart. And you're opening up one after the other chakra. And then I like to actually go over towards the shoulder and let the energy now run from the knee up to the shoulder. And then having it complete with the wrist and the ankle. And once I do one side, then I would also do it on the other side. And then when I feel that all of the energy is flowing, then I will go, if it feels needed, also to the throat. At the throat, it is always nice to be sideways. A lot of people feel constricted around the throat, so if you put your hand on top of it, it might feel a bit claustrophobic. So it's better to have your hands sideways and project the energy towards the throat. So this is a beautiful way of balancing the whole system. Again, I just did on one side, I would also do it on the other side. And you can do the letting the energy run where, so it doesn't have to be one side, it can also be from shoulder to shoulder. Or from the breastbone to the shoulder. If you feel that there's a closing here, you can place one hand on the breastbone and one hand on the shoulder. With women, if they have really big breasts, to just be aware to place the hand further up so they don't feel, or to ask, is it comfortable for you if I place my hand on your chest? Okay. Thank you, Andrea. So, I invite you to practice. I will come around